Yo, what's up, folks? This Impact, and I want to take this time to welcome you back to the Hurt Business 101. This video, we're going to get into our second installment of the segment I call Locked In. Today, we're going to feature Aaron the Hawk Pryor in his first showdown with Alexis Arguello for his 140-pound title. Let's get right into this video. Aaron Pryor was a fighter's fighter. I mean, he was the real deal. Real hard-nosed, gritty, tough, leave everything out there in the ring, not leaving anything in the dressing room type fighter. When a fight with Aaron Pryor takes place and it's all over with, regardless of the outcome, he was never going to be asking himself, what if I done this? What if I done that? I should have did this a little more. I should have did that a little more. Regardless of the outcome, whatever was going to happen, Aaron Pryor was leaving no stone unturned in that ring. I really liked Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor was one of those guys that really got it the hard way, got it up out of the mud. He was not heralded coming into the professional ranks like some of the guys that win a gold medal, like, you see the Oscar De La Hoyas and guys like that win gold medals that are ushered in and pampered and, pushed to stardom fast. He was the opposite. He had sort of like a Marvin Hagler type role. I mean, he even defeated Tommy the Hitman Hearns in the amateurs, but he still wasn't coming into the professional ranks with the type of fanfare that a lot of other fighters came into. Imagine that. If you beat Tommy the Hitman Hearns in an amateur, you can fight. If you beat Thomas the Hitman Hearns back in elementary school, you was a bad dude. That's how good Tommy Hearns was. Aaron Pryor defeated him in the amateurs. Aaron Pryor also spoke about how he always had this chip on his shoulder because he came in, he was fighting for $2,000 and $3,000 a fight, while he would see some of his contemporaries and other guys that was like his peers of his fighting for $1 million a fight. So he always had that chip on his shoulder. He always trying to one up the next fighter, trying to prove, always looking for that moment to prove that he was deserving of those type of paydays and the type of notoriety that other guys he felt were lesser than him were receiving. So anytime he would get an opportunity to fight one of those guys, he wanted to put it on to show that he was the man. Aaron Pryor, he was even Sugar Ray Leonard's sparring partner. He spoke on video and it's documented that he received $500 a week just to be Sugar Ray's sparring partner. He said he was making more money being Sugar Ray Leonard's sparring partner than he actually was making for fighting. When you take in consideration he's making $2,000 or $3,000 for the fight, all of the training camp and all of the sparring and all of the work that takes to go into that and paying his camp. If he makes $2,000 in 4 weeks, he's made $2,000 just being a sparring partner for Sugar Ray Leonard. But he did not want to do that anymore. He chose to go another route and stop doing that. He said, I didn't want to make $500 a week anymore. I wanted to make $1 million. So he stopped doing that and he turned his sights on wanting to face Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard scoffed at him many times, almost telling him to kick rocks, like get on out of here, you're not getting a fight. Eventually, he was offered a fight against Sugar Ray Leonard for $500,000. He was offered that fight for $500,000, and he turned it down. He turned that money down because he didn't think it was enough money for the magnitude of that fight and how much money Ray Leonard was getting. He later was offered $750,000 to take that fight, which he also turned down. Later on down the road, he was offered the $750,000 again, and he said that he was going to take that, and they had everything agreed upon, and they were supposed to get it on. He received a phone call one day saying that Sugar Ray Leonard had suffered a detached retina and was not going to be able to fight. He was retiring from boxing. Aaron Pryor said he pulled over on the side of the road at that moment and broke down crying. He was crushed, believing that opportunity that he always wanted and that he was yearning for was falling to the wayside, and he would never get that big fight to push him over the top to the upper echelon of boxing. Till one day he was offered a fight to defend his 140-pound title against Alexis Arguello, and would prove to be one hell of a fight in his coming out party. He took that fight believing that this was finally going to be the opportunity that he had to prove that he was in the upper echelon of boxing. Alexis Arguello had the notoriety. He was a very skilled fighter, very accurate, sharp, strong knockout artist that everyone believed was the real deal, and he truly was. But Aaron Pryor was determined to take that fight and use that as the fight to catapult him into stardom. Now we're going to take a look back at some of the epic moments in this fight against Aaron the Hawk Pryor and Alexis Arguello. Let's do it.
Round one. Pryor with the first punch. He scores with a right hand. Up tempo right from the opening bell.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if someone gets knocked down in the first round.
Pryor, perpetual motion. He is right on top of Arguello, who gets off the ropes. Crowd already starting to cheer. Arguello with a right hand that scores on Pryor, whose legs buckle for a moment.
Pryor seems to be hurt. Alex went to the body and was able to hurt Pryor for a while.
Which is exactly what Larry Merchant was just mentioning. But my opponent will get knocked down and take a count of 8, 9, or 10. And that has been the story. First round, uppercut, the right hand and another left hand. Arguello against the ropes.
Some of those exchanges early on, he wasn't giving Arguello a chance to breathe or to set himself to throw the punch. Arguello likes to set himself to throw his punches. There you saw a left come right through Arguello's guard, and Arguello was continually backing up.
This is the first time that I haven't seen Alex go at this pace in the early round.
There's a right hand by Pryor, and Arguello is hurt. There's another right hand by Pryor, and another right hand, and another. And Arguello gets off the ropes. Arguello is letting Pryor fight his fight. And another right hand, and Arguello back to the ropes again. A combination by Pryor and an uppercut. Another factor also is the fact that Pryor often misses shots. He did not miss many punches in that first round, and he scores his first 3 of this one. An uppercut sends Arguello reeling backward.
Pryor can't afford to stand straight up because Arguello gets very good leverage. But inside, it should be Aaron Pryor all the way.
That time Arguello got a right hand counter punch off, and Pryor is...
Here he is with his back to the ropes, a short, jolting left hand. Another one. And there it is, a straight right hand. A straight right hand right to the point of the chin.
I can't see this fight going over past 10 rounds, bro. The pace these guys have set from the very first rounds, and the big blows that are starting to land.
Combination by Pryor. And Arguello takes a good right hand from Pryor, and Pryor now putting on the pressure on the ropes.
Let's take a look at a combination that Pryor landed early in that fight. A clean left, a clean right, followed by a left jab that missed and a right that grazed the chin of Arguello. Still coming on. Another left that lands.
See, Pryor cannot do this, bro. He can't back up. Arguello gets too much leverage, and his plus
Counter punch with the left hand by Arguello. Pryor with a left hand of his own.
sticking left jab out, changing direction with the right hand. But he can't leave that left jab out too long. He can't float his punches.
Long right hand.
Let's see if we can detect when that cut happened. Here's an exchange midway through the round. A clean right hand alongside.
That was a little bit short. And that was not. That hurt Arguello. Arguello holds on here as Pryor forces the attack.
Of Arguello's face, and that could have been where the cut was formed. No, we don't see it as yet.
has definitely picked up the tempo. As he knows his man's in trouble. An uppercut, and he right back with the left hand.
That was a beautiful combination.
There was a good right hand right on the eye. And he's fighting a very intelligent fight. And a combination scores again. Doesn't hurt Arguello, but nonetheless. Arguello is starting to time Pryor a little bit better at the end of the 8th round.
If these guys stand toe-to-toe, someone will go down, I feel.
And a combination, 3-punch combination by Pryor, who's now right on top of Arguello. And the blood above the eye has not really shown. Pryor showing that sort of quasi-bolo punch that he says. Good combination by Pryor. Pryor trying to go to the body. Pryor with a combination. Arguello wobbles for a moment. And Pryor continues to work on the eye of Arguello. And another good right hand to the left hand. Pryor now had Arguello grabbing for a moment.
Pryor was able to come back the way he did after taking such a punishing punch early in the round. Comes back with a doubling up of the punches himself. A 6-punch combination, Ray.
Now Pryor off the stool. Incidentally, that was the first time between that rounds that I've seen Aaron Pryor draw a deep breath. Pryor forces the attack. This is the 13th round. It is still anybody's guess. Toe to toe. There's a right hand by Pryor. Opens up Arguello for the moment. Pryor leaning into his man now. Aaron Pryor now in Never Never Land for him. He has never gone into the 14th round of any fight. Combination by Pryor. And a left hand snaps the head of Arguello back. Arguello is wobbling. Pryor a left jab and a combination again. And Arguello's in trouble. Arguello in big trouble against the ropes. Pryor going for the kill, trying to put him away. Arguello trying to cover up. A smashing right hand. Arguello's helpless against the ropes. Arguello's hands at his side. It's over. Aaron Pryor has retained his junior welterweight championship. Arguello slips to the canvas. What a victory for Aaron Pryor.
Incredible, Barry. Never seen anything like that before.
Man, listen, that was a serious, serious bump. Those dudes really went at it hard. True gladiators. Every inch of real estate in that ring was earned. Nothing was given. Ain't nobody make no silent agreements. They were not having it. They gave us every last drop of themselves in that ring, and I truly loved it. Listen, there was a whole lot of controversy surrounding that fight. After it was over, people addressed the situation with Aaron Pryor's trainer, asked his assistant in the corner to pass him the bottle, the one that he mixed. And there was a lot of speculation on what was in the bottle. Was there anything in the bottle? Was there nothing in the bottle? We'll never know. But one thing I do know is Aaron Pryor, on that night against Alexis Arguello, you were truly, truly locked in. Rest in peace, champ. I want to thank you personally for giving us your blood, sweat, and tears in that ring and sharing your life's work with all of us. We truly appreciate it. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of the Hurt Business 101. You know what they say, it's no business like show business, but I say it's no business like the hurt business. 1-0-1, done.
What time is it? His need for love, his need for family, his need for I am somebody was just tremendous.